Hello, I'm Florida Bridgewater Alford, president of the newly chartered National Coalition of 100 Black Women, Incorporated, Greater Gainesville, Florida chapter. People often ask me, why do you vote? Well, I vote because my voice matters, and yours does too. And I vote because every generation has a responsibility to help shape the future for the next. I vote because people before us fought, sacrificed, and persevered so that every eligible citizen would have the opportunity to participate in our democracy. I vote because the decisions made by our elected leaders affect our schools, our neighborhoods, my healthcare, your healthcare, our economy, and the opportunities available to our families today and in the future. Voting is one of the most powerful ways we can shape our communities. It allows each of us to have a voice in the issues that matter most to us. No matter your point of view, your participation matters. So I encourage you to make a plan to register if you're eligible. Stay informed, and most importantly, make your voice heard at the ballot box. Because together, we can build stronger communities and a brighter future. Remember, your voice matters, your vote matters. Thank you.
So voting is important in my family. And I remember one of my uncle's girlfriends, someone he was dating at the time, she was new to Florida, but she had been here a little bit, and she'd heard this conversation at my grandparents' house about voting. And so she had not registered to vote, and it was like time to go vote. And she had not voted. And my grandmother, I remember her clearly telling my uncle she could not stay. She had to leave. She could not eat dinner with us. She could not visit because everybody at my grandmother's house was registered to vote and were ready to go vote. She was not. So she was not included. And it was not comfortable, but she had to leave. And my grandmother meant that. My grandmother grew up in Alabama. She was born, both my paternal grandparents were born and raised in Alabama during segregation, the Jim Crow South. They lived through some horrible things done to people of color in the commission of trying to vote. I know that myself and all of my cousins, I don't think any of us have ever missed voting. It is that serious. And at a time as this, we need to take it that seriously again, because my grandmother spent half of her life unable to vote. She did not have the right to vote. And so getting that right to vote, she wanted to make sure that her future generations had that right and exercised that right to vote.
I am Alina Lawson Bennett, and I am proud to stand on the shoulders of those who worked to expand opportunities for future generations. Today, we honor that legacy by staying informed, staying engaged, and participating in our civic process. Are you registered to vote? If not, you can go online and register. Our next election is August the 18th. And then our general election is on November the 3rd. We need you. Our families need you. Our children need you. Please register and then vote. Leadership is not just what we say, it is what we do. Thank you for being engaged in our community and continue to press forward.
I believe voting is a right and a responsibility. My vote is my voice, and I will not be silent. I grew up in Mississippi. I was born and raised there. I was born in 1966, so that makes me 60 years old. And all of these gains and all of these freedoms were won in my lifetime. It is absolutely imperative that we vote. Please make a plan. Check on your registration status. If you haven't ever registered or haven't registered lately, register to vote. There's an online process now. So everything is right at your fingertips. Whatever you do, just make sure you vote in both the primary on August 18th and the general election on November 3rd. Our vote, our voice, our future.
Did you know that your voice matters? Your vote matters? This year, important decisions about our schools, neighborhoods, economy, and future will be made by those who show up at the ballot box. If you're not registered to vote, now is the time. The deadline to register for Florida's primary election is July 20th, 2026. Mark your calendar, August 18th, 2026 is the primary election. The last day to register for the November 3rd, 2026 general election is October 5th, 2026. Democracy works best when we all participate. Register today, make a plan to vote, and encourage your family and friends to do the same. Your voice, your vote, your future.
My mother made sure that we understood the price that had been paid and why everyone had to vote. And women were the last ones to get that right to vote. Well, John Lewis, whose head was battered in Birmingham, who stood there and just took it. He stood up for us to have the right to vote. He would be just so disappointed. He would say, was my living in vain? My mother was an amputee and struggled for every election to hobble to the voting booth. That instilled me. That instilled a right, a commitment, a sense of purpose that I had to carry that on. But I think that you have to plan. You have to make a plan to vote. So whether it's raining or shining or it's too hot, you've got to go. The state of Florida has taken away, they've tried to intimidate us into not voting, even to little things like saying you can't give people water if they are so close to the voting booth. So I say, set up stations at churches, have the water station at the church, take that bottle of water with you and stay in that line. Stay in the line. No line is too long to take away that right to vote. No line.
I was 5 years old, and Jesse Jackson was at my church in Memphis, Tennessee, Monumental Baptist. And we were all in a circle praying for the upcoming election. I was 5 years old. We had Jesse Jackson. You had Andrew Young and John Lewis. I will never forget it because my pastor was the last standing witness with Dr. King in Memphis, Tennessee, when he died on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel. Every person went around that circle and they prayed for victory for the upcoming elections, and they encouraged every single person in that circle, which were other pastors from other churches. It was about 200 people in the circle. I will never forget the victory that we had the victories that we had in our local election, where all of the people that we were supporting they all won and made a difference with the minority representation there in Memphis, Tennessee. Today, when I see the dismantling of what John Lewis told us to get in good trouble, when you see that the Voting Rights Act has been gutted, the right to vote, people want to take us back before the 60s, saying that black votes, they do not matter. It's disheartening. It's disheartening because people fought. They lost their lives for the right to vote. And now we're too silent. We're very silent while all of this is going on and taking place. We can change that by going to the polls. The most precious commodity, besides your children, is the right to vote. Because there's no pressure. All you got to do is get in your car, call for a ride, talk to your neighbor, give me a ride to the polls. It's simple. Because voting is your power. You making a difference on who's in that seat. That's powerful. Look at your history. Look at what our forefathers have gone through. The time to act is now. Your vote, your voice, your future.